So I'm headed to pick up my wife from her nannying job. And this episode is going to be a lot about her and her perspective and how it's like and what it's like or what it's like to be married to someone with bipolar disorder. Samantha and I have been happily married for 5 years. No kids yet. She is my number one fan. I'm her number one fan, and she's quite the supporter of everything that I do. And she's quite the supporter as far as my bipolar disorder goes. There she is.
Hello.
She's not happy with me.
I don't like when you're late.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you.
We're at the drive-thru.
Taco Bell. KFC Taco Bell.
Where dreams come true.
I would normally, I like to get something from KFC and something from Taco Bell normally because, where else do you have the opportunity to do that? But today, I just got Taco Bell. I don't know why.
Well,
I'm regretting it already, immediate regret.
why?
Because KFC is delicious.
So Samantha and I have been married for 5.5 years.
Been together for 10.5 years.
Yes.
That's a very long time.
I wanted to talk today about what it's like to be married to somebody with bipolar disorder.
Terrible. Low recommend. Definitely awful.
Can't say that.
It has taught me some of my most important lessons so far in life.
Such as always go KFC over Taco Bell.
Like, part of you, it was like something that was happening to you that like wasn't like I was able to tell myself anytime that we were going through something like due to whatever you were going through due to bipolar disorder or whatever other shit you were going through, like there was this part of me that always would think to myself like this will come to an end. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think I always like got really scared whenever there was like something that came up that was sort of like blatantly like a bipolar thing or whatever. Not scared, but just sort of like it didn't feel like you.
Yeah.
And I think there is the part of me that has learned is that like that is, even though it is a disorder that you deal with and it doesn't define you and it's not you, like it's part of who you are, and I can't just like wish it away, and we can't pretend like it's not there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Is that a really funny thought?
What?
It's so dumb.
Just say it.
I was like thinking about how peaceful this felt and how the birds are chirping and everything's beautiful. And then I just had this image of myself like disturbing all of it in like the loudest, most insane way ever. Just being like, shit.
Oops. Sorry.
You can't really see my head.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, not that.
Whoopsies. You talked a little bit about
I was talking gibberish. Let's be
Well, you
honest.
talked a little bit about what it's like to be married to somebody with bipolar.
Yeah, but also, let's get rid of the narrative that I'm married to someone with bipolar. Like, when I met you, you had recently gone through your first manic episode. Met you at a time where you were doing really poorly mental health wise.
I guess I wonder why you thought I was the bee's knees.
Fools me. I don't know. Beats me.
What?
Fools me.
Fools you.
Fools me! So that's when we first met.
So,
And that was really hard because I go through my own shit. And at first,
you
it
struggle from mental health.
Yeah, I have
things as
anxiety and depression and complex PTSD. The first thing that I loved about our relationship was the fact that I didn't have to explain myself to you. And I didn't have to feel sorry about what I went through because I knew you understood because you also went through it. And I feel like we became best friends immediately because we just felt safe and comfortable with each other.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
So you don't remember what you were saying? You deal with your own stuff.
Yeah, so it was really great because I felt understood and seen by you. And then it was really hard because some of the shit you dealt with I was not prepared for. We both have our own stuff that we deal with, and also there was just at the time in our where we were in our lives, you were going through a lot. You couldn't sit in a restaurant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You couldn't. I would wake up in the middle of the night and you'd be gone. You'd
I
be
was dealing with
pacing
my
the
anxiety.
streets. And so, to be a 20-year-old woman who is in love with this person and also hears all these really scary things they're going through, that was hard. And also I think there's this part of me, and you know this, this nurturing, motherly part of me, where I think where our relationship sort of started was in this place of me wanting to nurture and take care of you. You know, especially because I saw you go through so much.
What is the best thing about being married to somebody with bipolar disorder?
You? Seeing the world through your eyes.
Really? What do you mean by that?
You've just taught me so much about life, and you've taught me so much about being and being present.
Same to you, buddy. What do you think people should know the most about mental health?
I don't think I can speak for everyone. I mean, it doesn't define who you are, and also it's part of who you are. I feel like it's so easy for people to say, but it's not you, it's your disorder. And for some people, I think that gives them peace. And I think maybe it gave me peace for a long time. Right? Same thing with my body. I would be able to say to myself, you're not fat. You have fat. All that it's doing when we say shit like that is we're just further distancing ourselves from our truth.
So what is our truth? What are you doing? Don't do that. Don't do that.
What is our truth?
Yeah, you said it distances us from our truth. Right here.
This is our truth.
This is it.
This is our truth.
Well,